Today it's all about puzzles. We're going to understand something called comparison-based puzzles. We're going to take a look at the different types of questions which come in this, and then we will solve a lot of we'll solve a lot of problems which come there. So is everybody with me? Shall we begin the class then? Can everybody see the screen properly? I hope everybody can see the screen properly. Yes, excellent. So the very first kind of puzzles which are asked in examinations are known as comparison based puzzles, right? So supposing I have a group of objects and I want to compare them. Supposing I want to compare three different people, right? There are three students in a class and I want to compare them. So can you name some of the characteristics on the basis of which I can compare them? If I want to compare between three people, what all characteristics can I use to compare them? Or let us say arrange them in an order, right? If I want to arrange them in an order, then what are the different types of things that I can use? Obviously, a lot of people are giving me the right answers, right? Physique, as in I can arrange them according to height, I can arrange them according to weight, I can arrange them according to age, right? These are all physical characteristics. Other than that, are there other criteria on the basis of which I can be arranging these people? Maitri, is it possible to arrange them according to gender? I can classify the, see, understand, there's a difference between classification and arrangement. क्लासिफिकेशन में आप ग्रुप्स में बांट देते हो, लेकिन ग्रुप के अंदर कोई कंपैरिजन नहीं है. जबकि अरेंजमेंट में असेंडिंग या डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर, एवरीबडी ascending or descending order. So gender might not be a great way of arranging them. For classification, yes, I can use gender, but I can't use it for arrangement. Yes, I can arrange them according to their intelligence if I have measured their intelligence some way, or I can arrange them according to the rank, or I can arrange them according to the marks, I can arrange them according to a test score, and so on and so forth, right? Correct. So arrangement is a very nice thing which can be done between multiple people. So here's the thing which I'm going to put on the screen. Let's see this. If I say that A is taller than B, A is taller than B, and my second point says that B is shorter than C. So now can you tell me who is the tallest person among the three of them? Can you tell me who is the tallest person according in the three of them? So Parnika has given me the right answer. Jay has given me the right answer. Others, no. Namra, yes, you're correct. Quaish, yes, now you got it. Nikita, no. Okay, so guys, first of all, let us see. When the data is given in this particular manner, how do I write this data? So there are two ways. Either you can use the mathematical symbols, right? I hope everybody knows the less than symbol and the greater than symbol, right? We write 2 is less than 3. We write 5 is greater than 2, right? The less than and the greater than symbol. So I can write A is taller than B like this. I can use the greater than symbol to indicate how is one related to the other. But if I want to make it a better way, I can simply write A is taller than B like this. Now this is an easier way to understand, right? Because many people get confused in the less than greater than symbol. Okay, kaun sa side kaun sa hai? So an easier way is simply draw A taller than B, right? Now it says that B is shorter than C. So I can write B is shorter than C like this. But B is the same person, right? So I need to draw a single diagram in which all the three are arranged. So I can draw A is taller than B and B is shorter than C like this. So in this case, A happens to be the tallest. But I can also draw it like A is taller than B and B is shorter than C like this, right? So in this case, C is the tallest. And then there can be a third case also. I can say A is taller than B and B is shorter than C. But A and C can be equal, in which case both A and C are the tallest, right? So in this case, can I clearly and distinctly answer who is the tallest person in the group? The answer is no. Can I say who is the shortest person in the group? Yes, in any arrangement, the shortest person in the group is definitely B. But I do not know who is the tallest person because there is nothing which helps me establish a relationship between A and C. A भी tall हो सकता है C से, C can be taller than A, or there is a third possibility that both A and C are of the same height. So remember, in this comparison, you have to remember that there are three possible relationships between people. One can be less than the other, one can be greater than the other, and the third and the most commonly forgotten comparison is two objects can also be equal to each other, right? So we have to understand that there are three ways in which two objects can be compared, and unless it is clearly given, we cannot make an assumption. We have to consider all the three possibilities. Did everybody understand this so far? Did everybody understand this so far? Any confusion in this? I hope everybody understood this point, right? Whenever two objects are compared, there can be three comparisons, either less than or greater than, or both also can be equal to each other. Are we together, guys? Are we together on this, guys? Okay. Shrikar, no. Maths is Chandan sir now. He's back. Okay. So let us take an example. Suppose it says that Aarti is older than Sania, Muskan is elder than Aarti but younger than Kashish, Kashish is elder than Sania, and Sania is younger than Muskan. Then finally it is given that Gargi is the eldest. So first I want you to make this arrangement. I want you to arrange all these guys in either ascending or descending order. Then based on the arrangement that you get, we'll be answering a few questions. So first I want everybody to look at this example and see what are the possible arrangements which can be made. How do you arrange these five people? Has somebody gotten the arrangement? What is the arrangement of these five people? Okay, Jay has given me an answer. Parnika has given me an answer. Okay, what about the others, guys? This is one of the simpler examples. Okay, okay. I think everybody is getting it so far. Everybody is getting it so far. No problems there at all. I think everybody is getting it so far. Okay, so let's see. It's said that Aarti is older than Sanya. So I can say Aarti is older than Sanya. The elder person I will indicate by a larger. So A is greater than S. Now it says Muskan is elder than Aarti. So Muskan is elder than Aarti, but younger than Kashish. So Muskan is elder than Aarti, but younger than Kashish. And finally, then it says Kashish is elder than Sanya. But do I really need this second statement? Actually, this second statement is superfluous. The word superfluous means unnecessary, right? It does not give me any extra meaning. So I don't need this statement because I already know that Kashish is elder than Sanya. Similarly, the fourth statement is also superfluous because I know that Sanya is younger than Muskan. Now, the final statement, it says that Gargi is the eldest. So I get the arrangement. Gargi is elder to Kashish, is elder to Muskan, is elder to Aarti, is elder to Sanya. This is an absolutely easy example. This arrangement, I hope everybody got. I hope everybody got the arrangement in this order. Yes. Now, keeping this order in mind, a few simple questions. What are the questions which can be asked? So I can ask, who is the youngest person in this group? Who is the youngest person in this group? I think that is straightforward. We know that G, K, M, A, S was the order we got, and the youngest person was S. So Sanya is the youngest person in this group. Sanya is the youngest person in this group. I think there's no confusion there. Then if I ask age-wise, who is in the middle? age wise, who is in the middle? So I know G, K, M, A, S. So if I want the middle, then I get this person is in the middle. So the answer to this is simple. Muskan is in the middle. No confusions there. If I ask, which of the given statements is or are superfluous? Superfluous means unnecessary. Even without this particular statement, I can clearly answer what the puzzle is, right? And we have seen for the arrangement which statement or statements were not necessary. So we have seen that using the first, the second, and the fifth statement, we were able to completely construct the diagram, which means I do not need the third statement. I do not need the fourth statement, right? So both 3 and 4 are not required. So option D, both 3 and 4 are unnecessary to answer this question, right? Okay. So similarly, now another example. So I hope everybody understood that this was a comparison puzzles are very easy puzzles, right? I hope everybody can quickly solve them. So here's another example. Okay, let's see who gets this fast. A, B, C, D, E are 5 friends. A is shorter than B but taller than E. C is the tallest. D is shorter than B and taller than A. Then who has 2 persons taller and 2 persons shorter than him or her? Janvi, you need to check arrangements. Baki others are getting it right. Anishka, you're giving me the arrangement. Gautam, how can 2 people have that? A and B. Gautam, how can 2 people, there are 5 people here. How can there be 2 people with this characteristic? Yes, most of the others are getting it right. Most of the others are getting it right. Correct. Okay, guys, so let's take a look at it. It says that A is shorter than B. So A is shorter than B, but taller than E. C is the tallest. So C is given as the tallest. Now it's given D is shorter than B, but taller than A. So D is between B and A, right? So we get C greater than B, greater than D, greater than A is greater than E. So 2 persons taller and 2 persons shorter. So there is exactly one person who has 2 people taller than him and 2 people shorter. So the answer to this particular question definitely has to be D. Did everybody get this one? Garvit, समझ में आया? Did everybody understand this one? कौन सा ऐसा बंदा है जिसके ऊपर भी 2 हैं और जिसके नीचे भी 2 हैं, जिससे 2 लंबे हैं और 2 छोटे हैं? So that means person who is in the middle. So the person who is middle in this group is D. Did everybody understand this one? Guys, I need an answer. Did everybody understand? किसी को confusion हो तो पूछ लो, वरना I'll move on to the next question. Okay. चलो, बढ़िया है. Moving on. Now, 5 children were administered psychological tests to know their intellectual levels. In the report, psychologists pointed out that A is less intelligent than B, C is less intelligent than D, B is less intelligent than C, A is more intelligent than E. So technically, who is the most intelligent in this group? Yes, Parnika. Astha, check karo ek baar. Priyanka, check your answer once. Others are getting it. Yes. Okay. So guys, you need to be a bit careful with the options here, right? Option A and B to number A and B hai, but option C and D. Option C is actually person D. and option D is person E. So you need to be you need to be careful. Sometimes they will mislead you in the answer options by not matching the name with the letter of the option. So you need to be careful whether you are marking the letter or the name of the person. You have to be a bit careful in that. I think most of you are getting it. राही चेक करो एक बार. तीर्थ कैसे? तीर्थ गड़बड़ मारा. Others, मालव चेक करो एक बार. Jay, option Jay and Priyanka, is that the option or the person? You need to specify in such examples. ना समझ में नहीं आएगा ऑप्शन सी बोल रहे हो या पर्सन सी बोल रहे हो. Chalo, let's take a look at how do we solve this particular example. So it says that A is less intelligent than B. So A is less intelligent than B. And C is less intelligent than D. So C is less intelligent than D. Now it says that B is less than C. So if B is less than C and C is less than D, तो ये arrangement हो गया A, B, C, D के बीच में. Then the child B is less intelligent than C and A is more intelligent than E. So A is more intelligent than E. So we have E less than A, less than B, less than C, less than D. So the most intelligent person is D. So option C, that is person D, is the most intelligent person in this group. Did everybody understand this one? Guys, I hope सबको समझ में आया. किसी को कोई confusion हो तो पूछ लो. No confusion here, right? Okay, chalo. Then I'm quickly moving on. Next one. Today, most of the examples will be simple. I think everybody with practice should be able to quickly get comparison puzzles. Okay. In a shop, there were 4 dolls of different heights, A, B, C, D. D is neither as tall as A nor as short as C. B is shorter than D, but taller than C. If Mani wants to purchase the tallest doll, then which one should she purchase? ख्वाहिश will it say asks will it be this easy in the exam? किस्मत अच्छी रही तो एक आध एग्जांपल हो सकता है, but no. But we'll start with the easy examples and then we will move on to the tough ones. शुरू पहले ही दिन अगर टफ दे दूंगा तो डर के ही भाग जाएंगे. We'll start with the easy ones and then move on to the tough ones. But some exams एक आध क्वेश्चन शायद ऐसा बाउंसर easy दे दें आपको. So you never know. I think this is a pretty simple one to answer. There should not be any difficulty in answering this one, right? So it says there were 4 dolls of different heights. D is neither as tall as A. That means D is shorter than A, and nor as short as C. That means C is shorter than D. Now, B is shorter than D but taller than A. That means B is between C and D. So C is shorter than B, is shorter than D, is shorter than A. हमको arrangement मिल गया. So if the person wants to purchase the tallest doll, then the obvious choice is option A. That is only A, right? There is one clear tall doll and that is A. So my answer has to be option A. ख्वाहिश D कैसे आएगा? D is not as tall as A. So how can D be the tallest? D is not the puzzle starts with D is not as tall as A. So it cannot be. श्रीकर कौन सा पार्ट समझ में नहीं आया इसके अंदर? Look at it carefully. Starting से करते हैं. D is neither as tall as A. D A जितना लंबा नहीं है. तो D is shorter than A. And nor as short as C. D C जितना छोटा भी नहीं है. That means C is shorter than D. ये वाला समझ में आया? Why not D? श्रीकर पहला सेंटेंस पढ़ो बेटा. D is neither as tall as A. D A जितना लंबा नहीं है. D A जितना लंबा नहीं है is given. तो जो लंबा नहीं है वो सबसे लंबा कैसे हो सकता है? जो सबसे लंबा नहीं है वो सबसे लंबा कैसे हो सकता है? Did you get that? हाँ, चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. ये समझ में आ गया? ठीक है, चलो चलो. If P is taller than Q, R is shorter than P, S is taller than T but shorter than Q, then who among them is the tallest? थिंक अनुष्का चेक करो, थर्ड क्लू को देखो. हाँ, नाउ वी गॉट इट. Okay, so it is given that P is taller than Q, so P is taller than Q. R is shorter than P. Now R Q के relation में कहाँ है मुझे नहीं पता. R can be taller than Q, equal to Q, shorter than Q. So I don't know where R stands in relation to P. And S is taller than T but shorter than Q. So S is taller than T but shorter than Q. So मुझे T, S, Q and P का तो पता चल गया, लेकिन मुझे ये नहीं पता कि where R stands in comparison to T, S and Q. But my question simply asks who is the tallest one. So in this arrangement, I can definitely say that the tallest one is P. Did everybody understand this one? In this arrangement, I can definitely say that the tallest one is P. Now, if I change this question, now instead of asking who is the tallest, if I ask the question among them, who is the shortest one, then which is the answer? If I say who is the shortest one, yes, Namra got it, others nahi. Namra got it, others nahi. जय एस से तो टी क्लियरली दिख रहा है शॉर्ट है, एस तो कोई एंगल से नहीं हो सकता. यस, मैत्री इज करेक्ट. नाउ गाइस, वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट इस अरेंजमेंट में वी फील दैट टी इज द शॉर्टेस्ट, बट वन थिंग इज वी डू नॉट नो वेयर आर इज प्लेस्ड. वी डू नॉट नो वेदर आर टी के नीचे है या टी के कहीं पे ऊपर है. सो इफ द क्वेश्चन आस्क्स हु इज द शॉर्टेस्ट वन, if you have the answer T or R, then you will mark this, or if the option given cannot be determined, then you have to answer cannot be determined, right? So T और R अगर ऑप्शन है तो वो मार्क कर देंगे, वो ऑप्शन नहीं है तो ऑप्शन होगा cannot be determined. ये दोनों ऑप्शंस एक साथ नहीं हो सकते, right? One of these two options will be there, so one of these two options में we will mark them. Did everybody understand this? Did everybody understand this? Everybody should have got it till now. Yes, are we together? Chalo. Moving on. Why Jay Patel? Why means kyun ya yes? Are you asking me why cannot determine, or are you telling me yes you understood it? Okay guys, moving on. Next question. Okay. In an examination, Raj got more marks than Mukesh, but not as many as Priya. Priya got more marks than Gaurav and Kavita. Gaurav got less marks than Mukesh, but his marks are not the lowest in the group. Then who is the second in the descending order of marks? Who is second in the descending order of marks? I hope everybody knows what is meant by descending order. Descending order means bade se chota, right? You start with the big one and then you go down. So going down means descending order. Okay, I'm getting different options from everybody, different answers from everybody. So let's see who is the correct one. Solve करेंगे पता चल जाएगा. Pretty interesting question. Okay, chalo. So in an examination, Raj got more marks than Mukesh. So Raj got more marks than Mukesh, but not as many as Priya. So as of now, Priya is the largest. Now, Priya got more marks than Gaurav and Kavita, right? Priya got more marks than Gaurav and Kavita. So Gaurav and Kavita यहीं कहीं पे हैं, कहाँ पे हैं नहीं पता. Now it says that Gaurav got less marks than Mukesh. So Gaurav का तो position में चलो पता चल गया. Gaurav got less marks than Mukesh. But it also says that his marks are not the lowest in the group. Now, if Gaurav's marks are not the lowest in the group and Gaurav से नीचे एक ही person possible है जिसका नाम हमारे पास है, that has to be Kavita. So P, R, M, G, K is the descending order. So second in this case has to be Raj. So the answer is Raj. A lot of students giving me cannot be determined in none of these. But guys, in the given people, because of the clues, you can clearly determine that the order is Priya, followed by Raj, followed by Mukesh, followed by Gaurav, and the last is Kavita. So second in this descending order has to be Raj. Did everybody understand this? The answer definitely has to be Raj, right? Because the clues are given in such a way, it is very clearly possible to arrange them. Quaish, that's what I'm saying. See, you know Kavita's marks are less than Priya. Now, you know that Gaurav has less than Mukesh. Understand this. See, did you understand how I placed Gaurav here? Because it is given that Gaurav is less than Mukesh. Now also read, Gaurav got less than Mukesh, but his marks are not the lowest. So if Gaurav's marks are not the lowest, there can only be one person after Gaurav, and that is Kavita. So automatically I know the exact position of Kavita as well. Did you understand that, Khwahish? Got it? Okay. So Priyanshi, Khwahish, everybody got it? Can we move ahead? Yeah, Priyanshi. Gaurav is last but one, second last but one. Yes. Sid, doubt. Yes. Yes, what's the doubt? Yes, Sid, you had a doubt. What if? What if? What? What if K is not mentioned? Obviously, if K is not mentioned, see, if K is not mentioned, then we do not know. See, even if K, if Kavita is not mentioned, which line? If I just remove this and Kavita, this, you want to say I remove this and Kavita wala portion? Said no, below. Kahan below? Which line? Which line is not mentioned? His marks are not lowest in the group. Wo wala line? His marks are not the lowest in the group. Wo wala line not mentioned? See, if you say, then you obviously do not know that what is the position of Kavita. Then obviously cannot be determined. This is because it is mentioned that not the lowest. That's why we can put Kavita's position. If it is not mentioned that Gaurav's marks are not the lowest in the group, then obviously you do not know where Kavita is positioned. All right. In that matter, then you cannot answer it. Did you get that said? I hope you understood. Okay. Chalo, moving on. Daksh is taller than Manik, but not as tall as Rohan. Somesh is shorter than Daksh, but taller than Farhan. Who's the shortest one in this group? Daksh is taller than Manik, but not as tall as Rohan. Somesh is shorter than Daksh, but taller than Farhan. Who among them is the shortest in this group? Shrikar, check karo. Some of you are still making silly mistakes. Check karo, check karo, check karo. Yes. Others are getting it right. Some of you are still making chota mistakes in this one. Chotu mistakes kar rahe hain. Chalo. Let us see how this works. Daksh is taller than Manik, but not as tall as Rohan. तो ये तो arrangement मिल गया. Rohan, Daksh and Manik. तो shortest में definitely Daksh तो आएगा नहीं. Right? Now, it is given that Somesh is shorter than Daksh. Somesh is shorter than Daksh, but taller than Farhan. Somesh is shorter than Daksh, but taller than Farhan. Now, Daksh का positioning तो पता है, but Manik and Farhan के बीच में कौन shortest है? Right? It could be either Manik or it could be Farhan, because I do not know what is the relationship between these two in terms of height? So the best possible answer definitely has to be cannot be determined, right? I do not know what is the relationship between Manik and Farhan, who is less, who is more, or whether they're equal. No idea. So the best possible answer definitely has to be cannot be determined. Yashvi, others who did not get it till now, I hope now you understood, right? आपको tallest कौन है वो पता है. रोहन is definitely the tallest, but पूछा क्या है, who is the shortest? और क्योंकि you do not know Manik and Farhan के बीच में short कौन है, and Manik और Farhan वाला option नहीं है, so the best thing that can be marked in this question definitely has to be cannot be determined. Everybody got that? Cannot be determined has to be the answer for this particular question. Chalo then. Moving on. Garima is taller than Sarita, but not taller than Reena. Reena and Tanya are of the same height. Garima is shorter than Anu. Then among all the girls, who is the shortest? Yes, I think easy one. Everybody is quickly getting this one. श्रीकर चेक करो यार. Okay, let's take a look at this one then. So Garima is taller than Sarita. It is given that Garima is taller than Sarita. So Garima taller than Sarita, but not taller than Reena, not taller than Reena. So Reena to obviously out hai, Garima bhi out hai. Reena and Tanya are of the same height, right? Reena and Tanya are of the same height. Garima is shorter than Anu. अब गरिमा इज शॉर्टर देन अनु, तो अनु भी इज आउट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. अब अनु कहां पे है वो नहीं पता, बट अनु डेफिनेटली शॉर्टेस्ट नहीं है. So among the girls, who's the shortest? There is only one possible option. So the shortest one among all of them is definitely Sarita. Everybody got this one? I think everybody got this one now. No confusions. Yes, you need to read these questions very carefully. That's why I'm doing multiple types. I know it's very repetitive there, but once you understand how to properly make these questions, will fetch you a lot of marks in the exams. Chalo. Next one. D is taller than C and E. A is not as tall as E. C is taller than A and D is not as tall as B. Then who among them is next to the tallest one? So now guys, you need to be careful in telling me the option or the letter. The person or the option letter. You need to be very careful in marking and telling me. Chalo. Let's take a look at this. D is taller than C and E. So D is taller than C and E, but C and E के बीच में क्या relation है वो नहीं पता. A is not as tall as E. So A यहाँ पे and C is taller than A. तो again A तो चलो नीचे की तरफ चला गया. Again C and D बीच में है लेकिन आपस में मुझे नहीं पता. And B, D is not as tall as B. So B is taller than D because D is not as tall as B, right? So I get B, D, फिर C and E के बीच में relation नहीं पता, and I get A. Now question is, who among them is next to the tallest one? Tallest one कौन है? B. So next to the tallest one, obviously D. So my second option is the correct one, right? अगर C and E के बीच में कुछ क्वेश्चन होता या शॉर्टेस्ट के नेक्स्ट कौन होता तो कंफ्यूजन है, but it does not matter how C and D are to be arranged because wherever their arrangement is, my question is clearly answered because B is definitely followed by D. So the right answer can easily be determined in this case. The person next to the tallest one is definitely D for delta. I think everybody should have got this one. Yes. Are we together on this one? Yes, Hitanshi. Hitanshi, doubt? Yes. Yes, you had a doubt. If the question was second to the next to the shortest, you mean next to the shortest, right? So next to the shortest कौन है? It could be C, it could be E, right? But can you answer that question for sure? I cannot mark A, I cannot mark this or this. None of these का मतलब क्या है? None of these का मतलब है you know the exact answer, but it is not an option, right? None of these का मतलब है कि you know the exact answer, but you cannot, but it is not an option. Now, do you know the exact answer? No. So data is inadequate. You do not have enough information to answer the question. So the answer should be D, not E. See, supposing आपको for sure पता है कि answer is B, D, C, E, A, right? You have clue जब आपको arrangement clearly पता चल जाता है B, D, C, E, A. Now, supposing the question is who is in the middle? Now, you know that the person in the middle is C, but is that an option? No. तो क्या mark करोगे? None of these. जो आंसर आपको एग्जैक्टली पता है लेकिन अगर वो ऑप्शन के अंदर नहीं दिया, यू विल मार्क नन ऑफ दीज. But if it is not possible to find the answer, you don't have enough information to find the exact answer, then in that case you will mark either cannot be determined or data inadequate. Did you understand that? Hitanshi, did you understand that? चलो बढ़िया है. Okay, next one. Now let's see who gets this. Okay, most of you getting it. Most of you getting the right answer. बढ़िया है, बढ़िया है. Okay, let's see what is given. It is given that Gopal is shorter than Ashok. So Gopal is shorter than Ashok, but taller than Kunal, right? Then Naveen is shorter than Kunal. Jayesh is taller than Naveen. So Jayesh यहाँ कहाँ कहीं पे है, but कहाँ पे है वो नहीं पता. But it says that Ashok is taller than Jayesh. So Jayesh can be anywhere in this region, right? Jayesh can be anywhere in this region. But the question is who among them is the tallest? So I do not need to know exact positioning of Jayesh. I can simply answer based on the given information that the tallest person in this group is Ashok, right? Absolutely no confusion in this one. Even without knowing the exact positioning of all the 5 people, it is still possible to answer the question who among them is the tallest. Similarly, can you answer who among them is the shortest? Is it possible to answer who among them is the shortest? Yes, it is possible. See, again, the shortest person is Naveen. Jayesh na tallest hai na shortest hai. So even अगर आपको जयेश का exact position नहीं पता, tallest definitely Ashok है and shortest definitely Naveen है. So because it is given that Jayesh is taller than Naveen, so you can clearly answer this question that the shortest person in this group is definitely Naveen. So tallest is Ashok, shortest is Naveen. Is it possible to answer who is in the middle of the group? Is it possible to answer who is in the middle of the group? No, it's not. Because for middle of the group, now it is essential to know कि जयेश का position क्या है, right? So tallest and shortest हम answer कर सकते हैं, but इन तीनों के बीच में क्या relation है हमको नहीं पता, so it is not possible to answer that question. The data is inadequate or cannot be determined. ठीक है, चलो same question. Which of the given is not sufficient, needs to be necessary? Let me make the change in this question. It is not supposed to be sufficient. This word is supposed to be necessary. Which is not necessary to answer the question? Shashwat, वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ, in the group of 5, I cannot answer who is in the middle. That's exactly what I was teaching. Because you do not know Jayesh's positions in the group of 5, you cannot tell who is in the middle. You do not know that. Did you understand? No, in supposing I have A, B, C, D, E, तो मिडल में कौन होगा? ये मिडल होता है. Okay. So which of the given information is not necessary to answer this question? If I say that Gopal is shorter than Ashok but taller than Kunal, Naveen is shorter than Kunal, right? Now, supposing I say Jayesh is taller than Naveen, I do not take, but I take that Ashok is taller than Jayesh. Then can you answer the question that who among them is the tallest? Right? I do not need to know the relationship between Jayesh and Naveen, right? I only need to know whether Ashok is taller than Jayesh or not. So the third point is not necessary for me to answer this question. To answer who is tallest, I don't need to know the relationship between Jayesh and Naveen. Did everybody get this one? Even without knowing the relationship between Jayesh and Naveen, you can definitely answer the question who is the tallest. But if the question is who is the shortest, then you need that data. Then you can answer it without answering D. Without D, you can answer who is the shortest. Then, okay, now Jay has given me another option. Jay is also correct. Now, supposing I know that Gopal is shorter than Ashok but taller than Kunal. Now, I don't know that Naveen is shorter than Kunal, right? But I know that Jayesh is taller than Naveen. And I know Ashok is taller than Jayesh. So, even in this case, I do not know shortest, but I definitely know that the tallest one is A. So, even B can be the answer to this question. So B or C is the best possible option, not given here, but the right answer technically should be B or C. Yes, Jay is correct. Gautam, in these questions, will they always number the questions different? No, see, again, it all depends whether they want to number it like this or that. There is no rule that कैसे होना चाहिए. Because they are testing your attention to detail, so it can be in any way. There's no rule कैसे numbering होना चाहिए. ठीक है? Did everybody understand this one? Did everybody understand this one? चलो, good. आगे बढ़ते हैं then. Now, X. Now, there are 4 questions based on the same set. If it is said that X is older than L, M and N are of the equal age, Z is the youngest, Y is younger than N, and Y is older than X. Which combination of two statements indicate that Y is older than L? So obviously, I need not point out this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. In a group of 4, there is no middle. So there are 2 people in the middle in a group of 4. Second and third are in the middle in a group of 4. Nobody is going to ask you like that. Okay. So now instead of making the arrangements, I actually have to go by the options, right? What do I need? I need to prove that y is older than L. So let's take the first option, 1 and 4. 1 says that x is older than L. 4 says y is younger than n. Okay. But again, it does not connect y and L. So first option bekar hai. Fourth and fifth. Fourth option says y is younger than n and y is older than x. But इसके अंदर l तो आता ही नहीं है, ये बेकार है. First and fifth, x is older than L. Fifth says y is older than x. So clearly from this we can make out that y is older than L. So third option is the combination of statements, statement 1 and statement 5. Together they are able to prove that y is older than L. Did everybody get this one? Y is older than L. Did everybody get this one? गर्वित समझ में आया? सी ऑप्शन है, नॉट बी. चलो, नाउ सेम सेट सेम है, बस क्वेश्चन आगे. Which statement indicates that n is older than z? n is older than z इंडिकेट करने के लिए कौन सा वाला स्टेटमेंट है? Yes, everybody is getting it. So guys, यहाँ पे तो स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है. जो थर्ड स्टेटमेंट है वो क्लियरली कहता है कि z is the youngest. Now clearly when I know that z is the youngest, then do I need any other statement to tell me that n is older than z? Do I need any other statement to tell me that n is older than z? Is not at all. Are you sure, everyone? Are you sure that the third statement is enough to prove that n is older than z? Hardi says no. Hardi says no. Why then? Hardi, what should be the answer? Yes, Anya got it. So guys, everybody is saying agar z is सबसे youngest है, then obviously n is older than z. Conveniently forgetting that we can have this as a relationship. If n is also the youngest, then we can have 2 people who are the youngest. Then in that case, can you confirm that n is older than z? No, you cannot. Z can be the youngest, but z can also be equal to age in n. That means that we cannot determine that n is older than z using only the statement that z is the youngest. So I need at least one more statement which says that n is not young, n is not the youngest. And the statement which tells me that n is not the youngest is that y is younger than n, right? This proves that n also is not the youngest. So I need a combination of the third and the fourth statement to be proved this. Saying z is the youngest does not prove that n is older than z, because if n and z are of equal age, then both n and z are the youngest. It does not say z is the only person who is the youngest. N can also be the youngest person if n is of the same age as z. So the third statement alone does not prove that n is older than z. It does not prove that n is older than z, because I need a statement where n is not the youngest. So third and fourth statement together. So the third statement does not tell me that n is older than state. So third and fourth together give me the answer. Did not understand this? Okay, चलो. n is, मुझे प्रूव क्या करना है? n is greater than z. n z से उम्र में बड़ा है. अगर z सबसे छोटा है तो क्या जरूरी है कि n उससे बड़ा हो? z यंगेस्ट है, बट n भी तो z की उम्र का हो सकता है. तो z is the youngest, n is also the youngest. This does not prove that n is older than z. It only proves that n is not less than z, but equal भी तो हो सकता है. So I need one more statement where n equal to z disprove हो जाता है, right? If n is not less than z, then n could be greater than or equal to z. मुझे ये equal to वाला भी remove करना पड़ेगा. तो by saying y is younger than n, we are proving n cannot be the youngest. So if n is not the youngest, then n is not equal to z. That means n has to be greater than z. समझ में आया ये वाला? समझ में आया ये वाला? शिव? Others also got this? Sid, by saying z is the youngest, I am eliminating that n is not less than z, but I am still having two possibilities: n is equal to z or n is greater than z. So how are you proving that n is older than z? Sid? Are you getting it? If z is the youngest, so n cannot be less than z, but n can be equal to z or n is greater than z. So are you able to conclusively prove that n is older than z? समझ में आया Sid? Guys, लेस देन एंड इक्वल टू तो हमको याद रहता है, हम लेस देन एंड ग्रेटर देन तो याद रहता है, हम इक्वल टू वाला रिलेशन भूल जाते हैं, राइट? तो बाय एलिमिनेटिंग लेस देन अभी भी दो चीजें तो हैं, ग्रेटर देन भी हो सकता है, इक्वल टू भी हो सकता है, तो हमको दोनों एलिमिनेट करना जरूरी है. डिड एवरीबॉडी अंडरस्टैंड दिस? ओके, चलो, सेम सेट, मूविंग ऑन. Which statement is or are not required to prove that L is younger than M? L is younger than M. Prove करने के लिए which of the statements is not required? Okay, I'm getting different answers. चलो देखते हैं. स्टेटमेंट क्या है? X is older than L. Then I get Y is older than X. Y is younger than N. Z is the youngest, and M and N are of equal age, right? The entire arrangement is this. Now, मुझे क्या प्रूव करना है? मुझे प्रूव करना है L is younger than M, right? L is younger than M. ये प्रूव करना है L and M का लिंक. Now, if X is older than L नहीं दिया गया, X is older than L नहीं दिया गया, then ये वाला लिंक ब्रेक हो जाता है. Without this, can I establish a relationship between L and M? Right? Ultimately, L and M के बीच में करना है. So without using Z, so let us see. If the third statement is not required, if the third statement Z is the youngest नहीं दिया गया, then is there a relationship established between L and M in this case? Let us see. So if I don't have the third statement, then X is older than L, M and N are of equal age, Y is younger than N, Y is older than X. So third statement को अगर मैं eliminate कर देता हूं, I can still answer. So third is not required. So A can be my answer. That means C is definitely not my answer. ठीक है? It's possible that 3 only is my answer. Now let us see. 4 या 5 के बिना is it possible to answer, right? I'm going to eliminate the fourth statement as well. So X is older than L, M and N are of equal age, and Y is older than X. So Y is now M and L के बीच में without the fourth statement, I'm not getting a relationship. So definitely I need the fourth statement. Definitely I need the fourth statement. So this is also eliminated as an option. Now fifth statement को अगर मैं eliminate करता हूं, fifth statement को अगर मैं eliminate करता हूं, without fifth statement can I do X is greater than L, M and N are of the equal age, Y is younger than N. Okay. But again, I'm not able to establish a relationship between M and L. That means fifth statement is also required. So the only statement which is not required to prove is statement A. That is 3 only. So my answer to this particular question is A. Did everybody understand this one? बाकी सारे स्टेटमेंट्स नेसेसरी हैं, बट L इज यंगर देन M प्रूव करने के लिए हमको थर्ड स्टेटमेंट की जरूरत नहीं है. सो ऑप्शन A 3 ओनली इज माय राइट आंसर. डिड एवरीबॉडी गेट दिस वन? Sid still not getting it? Okay, chalo, I'm clearing up the screen. We'll do this once again. Chalo. Now, पहला स्टेटमेंट क्या है? 3, which is not required. I don't have to use that statement, right? So 3 not required. That means 1, 2, 4 and 5. ये चारों स्टेटमेंट्स को मुझे कंबाइन करके डायग्राम बनाना है, राइट? सो स्टेटमेंट 1 क्या है? X is older than L. सेकेंड, M is equal to N. थर्ड स्टेटमेंट में यूज नहीं कर सकता. फोर्थ, Y is younger than N. Y is older than X. So ये सारे statements combine करके am I able to prove that L is younger than M? Sid, first, second, fourth and fifth statement को combine करके are you still able to prove that L is younger than M? Sid, so that means definitely third statement की तो जरूरत नहीं है, राइट? सो ऑप्शन सी तो एलिमिनेट हो गया बिकॉज थर्ड स्टेटमेंट की जरूरत नहीं है. सो ऑप्शन सी तो एलिमिनेट हो गया. नाउ अब 3 के साथ हम किस स्टेटमेंट को इंक्लूड करें? लेट्स चेक 4. दैट मींस 1, 2 एंड 5. सिर्फ 1, 2 एंड 5 को यूज करके आर यू एबल टू प्रूव दैट L इज लेस देन M? कैन यू प्रूव L इज लेस देन M यूजिंग ओनली 1, 2 एंड 5? 1 क्या है? X इज ओल्डर देन L. 2 क्या है? M इज इक्वल टू N. 5 क्या है? Y इज ओल्डर देन X. तो L एंड M के बीच में कोई कनेक्शन ही नहीं आ रहा है यहां पे. दैट मीन्स फोर्थ स्टेटमेंट इज रिक्वायर्ड. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट? सो B कैनॉट बी माई ऑप्शन. फोर्थ तो इंपॉर्टेंट है. उसी तरह फिफ्थ का भी इंपॉर्टेंस हम प्रूव कर सकते हैं, तो ये भी एलिमिनेट हो जाता है. तो द ओनली अननेसेसरी स्टेटमेंट इज 3. समझ में आया? The only unnecessary statement is 3. Did you get that? Okay, chalo guys, moving on. Next one. Which set of statements proves that X is younger than M? Which set of statements proves that X is younger than M? Yes, guys. Are we able to get this one? तो मैं तो easiest options के थ्रू चला जाऊंगा. 1, 2 and 4. Right? Statements क्या है? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Option A क्या कहता है? 1, 2 and 4. So X is older than L. M and N are of equal age. And Z is the youngest. Prove क्या करना है? X and M का relationship. So पहले option से X and M के बीच में कोई relation नहीं हो पाता है. So first option is useless. Second, 2, 4 and 5. 2, M and N are of equal age. 4, Y is younger than N. And 5, Y is older than X. Does this prove that X is younger than M? It definitely does. So second option, good enough. Second option, good enough. Third option एक बार check कर लेते हैं. 1, 5 and 1, 4 and 5. X is older than L. Y is younger than N. Y is older than X. ठीक है. How am I getting that X is younger than M? यहाँ पे M तो introduce ही नहीं हुआ है. So C is also useless. So option B has to be my right answer. Did everybody get this one? Option B definitely has to be my right answer. Using the second, fourth, and fifth statement, you are able to prove that X is younger than M. Did everybody get this one? Parnika, M and N are equal. कैसे पता चला आपको ऑप्शन सी में? Parnika, M and N are equal. थर्ड ऑप्शन से कैसे पता चलता है? थर्ड ऑप्शन के अंदर यू कैनॉट यूज द सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट. Parnika, थर्ड ऑप्शन के अंदर ध्यान से देखो. यू कैनॉट यूज द सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट. So without using the second statement, you don't know that M is equal to N. Are you realizing that? You have to be very careful. You do not know M is equal to N without using the second statement. And third option में second statement नहीं use करना है. So M is equal to N is not known to you. Did you get that? समझा? हाँ, ठीक है. I hope everybody understood it, right? See, M is equal to N आपके दिमाग में बैठ जाता है क्योंकि you have been using the same fact in the previous questions. But यहाँ पे option C में you cannot use that fact. This is how they will put a trap in the exam, right? जानबूझ सी ऐसे देखेंगे तो easy question है, लेकिन क्योंकि you have done 3 questions before where you were automatically taking the fact M is equal to N. So here also you forget that option C में you cannot use M is equal to N. ठीक है? I hope everybody got the answer to this one and how we solved it. Then moving ahead, next one. Okay, we come back to a different question now. Go to a different question. And here, you have to answer a point. Which one? Interesting question. Easy, but slightly different format than the old ones. Yes. Slowly but steadily, people are getting this one. Simple, Shay. I think everybody is getting the answer correctly to this one. So it's given that Shalu is taller than Rakhi. So Shalu is taller than Rakhi, but shorter than Prerna. So shorter than Prerna. Rakhi is as tall as Meghna. Rakhi is as tall as Meghna, but taller than Komal. Okay. So Meghna is what? This is Meghna. Is Meghna shorter than Rakhi? No. Equal. Is Meghna shorter than Komal? No. Taller. As tall as Shalu? No. Shorter. Taller than Prerna? No. Shorter. Shorter than Shalu? Yes. So option E, sorry. E for echo. Option E, definitely my right answer. I think everybody got this. No. Devansh, Anya, समझ में आया? Option E has to be the answer. Devansh, Anya, did you get this one? Okay, chalo. Easy wala tha. Moving ahead. And read the question very carefully, guys. There's a small thing you have to be careful in this question. छोटा सा trick है इस question के अंदर. Yes, guys. Did anybody get this one? Yes. Surya got it. Rahi, yes. Hitanshi, no. Ayush, no. Check karo. Siddhant, yes. Sid, yes. Namra, correct. Millie, Shiv. Shiv, check karo. Millie's correct, but Shiv, check kar lo. Gautam, check karo. Khwahish, no. I think some of you are making a small mistake. चलो क्वेश्चन के अंदर ट्रिक है, मस्त है. सी सुधांशु इज एज मच ओल्डर देन कोकिला as he is younger than Praveen. Nitin is as old as Kokila. That means Nitin and Kokila are of the same age, right? So Kokila is younger than Praveen. Yes, तो मार्क कर दिया आंसर. लोचा मारा वहां पे बिकॉज क्वेश्चन को पढ़ा नहीं हमने. क्वेश्चन क्या पूछ रहा है? Which of the following statements is wrong? So Kokila is younger than Praveen? Yes. So not my answer. Nitin is younger than Praveen? Yes. Not my answer. Sudhanshu is older than Nitin? Yes. Not my answer. Praveen is not the oldest? Incorrect. Praveen is the oldest. So that is my answer. Kokila is younger than Sudhanshu? Yes. Not my answer. So option D obviously has to be your answer because you have to find out which of the options is wrong. Did everybody get it now? दिए गए ऑप्शंस में से आपको ये ढूंढना है कि गलत वाला कौन सा है. You have to find out the wrong one. So 4 of these statements are correct. So not your answer. Your answer is the one which is incorrect. We obviously know that Praveen is the eldest one. So Praveen not the eldest is incorrect. So D has to be marked as the answer. Can you explain the first one? Yes. सुधांशु कोकिला से उतना ही बड़ा है जितना वो प्रवीण से छोटा है. So if Sudhanshu is 1 year older than Kokila, then he's 1 year younger than Praveen. Sudhanshu Kokila से उतना ही बड़ा है जितना वो प्रवीण से छोटा है. Did you understand that, Priyanshi? Gautam? सुधांशु की उम्र कोकिला से जितनी ज्यादा है उतनी ही प्रवीण से कम है. Here it does not matter. It only tells you that Sudhanshu is elder to Kokila and younger to Praveen. But if numbers were involved, that means the difference between Sudhanshu and Kokila's age is the same as the difference between Praveen and Sudhanshu's age. Did everybody understand this one? Yeah, chalo. Moving on. What about this one, guys? Slightly tricky question. Getting different answers so far. Shall let us see. It is given that A is elder to B. So A is elder to B. Now C and D are elder to E, who lies between A and C. So E lies between A and C, right? And C and D are elder to E, who lies between A and C. Now if C be elder to B, if C is elder to B, okay, D ka position can be anywhere here. D ka position can be anywhere here. So which of the statement is necessarily true? A is elder to C? No. C is elder to D? I don't know. D is elder to C? I don't know. But E is elder to B? Definitely true. So only the last one is definitely true in this case. Did we get that? Did everybody get this one? See, let's see. A is elder to B, right? So A is elder to B. A is greater than B. C and E are D. C and D are elder to E, who lies between A and C. So C and D A से बड़े हैं, जो A and C के बीच में है. So A and C के बीच में E आ जाता है, right? तो C E से बड़ा है, तो ए ई से छोटा होगा, तभी ई सी एंड ए के बीच में है. सो इतना समझ में आ गया. नाउ सी एंड डी आर एल्डर टू ई, तो सी एंड डी आर एल्डर टू ई, तो सी एंड डी के बीच में क्या रिलेशन है? आई डोंट नो. इट कुड बी दैट सी ग्रेटर देन डी ग्रेटर देन ई ग्रेटर देन ए ग्रेटर देन बी, और डी ग्रेटर देन सी ग्रेटर देन ई ग्रेटर देन दिस, और दे आर इक्वल. मुझे सी एंड डी के बीच का रिश्ता नहीं पता है. But the only thing which I know for sure is that E is definitely elder to B. I do not know who is the eldest, but E is elder to B पता चल जाता है. Hriday, it is not mentioned that C is the eldest. So I'm not saying C is the eldest. I'm saying eldest कोई भी हो सकता है, C भी हो सकता है, D भी हो सकता है. I don't know who is the eldest. Did you get that? Krishna, did you understand this one? Okay, chalo. Moving ahead, guys. Next one. Ah, now a very, very interesting type of problem. Slightly different. It's not exactly a comparison problem, but you can try under doing this. Yes, guys. Did you get this one? Okay, only a few people, but again, सब अलग अलग आंसर दे रहे हैं. Okay, let's see what can be done. So guys, I'm going to use a slightly different method here to answer this question, right? Let's do by the conventional method first, then let's see what other method we can use. So it said that Rohit is older than Deepak, then Suneet is older than Vikas and Kanak, but Vikas and Kanak के बीच में क्या relation है? I don't know. Now I know Manik is 2 years older than Vikas. So Manik is obviously 2 years older than Vikas. I can also say Manik is nothing but Vikas's age plus 2. And Rohit was born in 62 or 63. Rohit was born in 62 or 63. And the oldest member of the group was born in 1960. Now, इन सबको अगर मैं इस तरह से अरेंज करने जाऊंगा तो एक खिचड़ी सी पक जाएगी, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the names of the people like this: Rohit, Suneet, Deepak, Vikas, Kanak, and Manik. And it is said that they are all born in a 6-year period, and the oldest member was born in 1960. So 1960 में पैदा हुआ तो 61, 62, 63, 64, and 65. These are the 6 years in which all these guys would have been born. So instead of going and making a comparison, I will create a simple table like this, where now I'm going to enter the data to see how it can be arranged. अभी तक समझ में आया guys? Did you understand what I'm doing till now? Because the arrangement is going to be a bit complicated, I'm showing you an easier method to solve this type of question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a table, and now I'm going to put in the information in this table. Are we together on this? अब तक समझ में आया? Did we get it so far? Guys, are we together till now? I'll show you how to fill in this table now. Now, it says that Rohit is older than Deepak. So if Rohit is older than Deepak, then Rohit cannot be the person born in the last year, and Deepak cannot be born in the first year. ये वाला फंडा समझ में आया? जो रोहित अगर किसी से बड़ा है तो सबसे लास्ट में तो पैदा नहीं होगा, एंड दीपक से भी अगर रोहित बड़ा है तो दीपक कैनॉट बी द फर्स्ट बॉर्न. Did everybody understand the first clue and how I entered it in the table, guys? I'm not getting any responses, guys. Are we together on this? समझ में आया मैंने दीपक का 60 एलिमिनेट कैसे किया एंड रोहित का 65 एलिमिनेट कैसे किया? ठीक है. Now, Suneet is older than both Vikas and Kanak. So if Suneet is older than Vikas and Kanak, तो Suneet cannot be born in the last 2 years. Suneet cannot be born in the last 2 years. And Vikas cannot be the oldest. Kanak cannot be the oldest. Hardi, Deepak ka nahi aaya. See, if Rohit is older than Deepak, then Deepak cannot be born first, right? Because Deepak se bhi pehle kisi ko to paida hona hai. और सबसे पहले तो 60 में पैदा हुआ. So Deepak cannot be born in 60. समझ में आया? Hardi, the first person is born in 60. Now Deepak se bhi pehle Rohit paida ho gaya. So obviously Deepak was not born in the first year. Similarly, if Suneet is older than Vikas and Kanak, तो Suneet के नीचे minimum 2 बंदे होने चाहिए. So Suneet last 2 years में नहीं पैदा हो सकता. And Suneet क्योंकि विकास and Kanak से बड़ा है, तो विकास cannot be the oldest, Kanak cannot be the oldest. So they are not born in 60. Did everybody understand this? ये समझ में आया? सुनीत, विकास एंड कनक का मैंने क्या एलिमिनेट किया है? Did everybody understand that? Guys, I need a response. Okay. Now, Manik is 2 years older than Vikas. Manik is 2 years older than Vikas. That means मणिक के नीचे मिनिमम 2 लोग हैं, एक तो विकास है और मणिक एंड विकास के बीच में भी कोई है. सो मणिक कैन नॉट बी बॉर्न इन द लास्ट 2 years. सिमिलरली विकास से 2 साल बड़ा मणिक है, तो विकास से 1 साल बड़ा भी कोई होगा, तो विकास पहले 2 साल में नहीं हो सकता क्योंकि उसके पहले मिनिमम 2 लोग पैदा हुए हैं. सो आई एलिमिनेटेड दीज एज वेल. आर वी टुगेदर ऑन दिस? आर वी टुगेदर ऑन दिस? Okay. Now, Rohit was born either in 62 or 63. So Rohit के लिए 60, 61 and 64 तो eliminate कर दो. Rohit was born in 62 या 63, इन दोनों में से ही कोई एक रोहित है, right? And if Rohit is older than Deepak, Rohit is older than Deepak, and Rohit is 62, 63. So Deepak can only be 63, 64. So 63 and 64 को छोड़ के बाकी सब eliminate कर दो दीपक के लिए. Did you get this? Are we together on this? Okay. Now, the oldest member was born in 1960, right? Oldest is 1960. And the next sentence is Manik is the oldest. So if Manik is the oldest, तो Manik का पूरा row and column eliminate कर दिया. Second, I know Manik is 2 years elder than Vikas. So Manik 60 है, तो Vikas has to be 62. So if Vikas is 62, रोहित के लिए सिर्फ 63 बचता है. That means दीपक के लिए सिर्फ 64 बचता है. That means Suneet is only 61. That means Kanak has to be 65. And that is how we get the entire set of data for everybody. Why did I cut 65 for Rohit? बेटा पहला ही क्लू मिली. रोहित इज ओल्डर देन दीपक. रोहित अगर 65 में पैदा हो गया तो दीपक को कहां पे पैदा करोगे? रोहित के बाद दीपक को पैदा करना है, बिकॉज रोहित इज द ओल्डर वन. सो रोहित को अगर 65 में रखूंगा तो दीपक तो उसके बाद कहां पे मैं टेबल में ही नहीं फिट कर पाऊंगा. सो रोहित कैन नॉट बी बोर्न इन द लास्ट ईयर. डिड यू गेट दैट? Shashwat, it seems time consuming because I was explaining it. Now, अगर एक ही क्वेश्चन है इस सेट पे तो टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है, बट फॉर सच पजल्स जनरली यू विल हैव 5 क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम द सेम सेट. यू विल हैव अप टू 5 क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम द सेम सेट. सो 5 क्वेश्चंस एक बार ये सॉल्व कर दिया, फिर इसमें से जितने भी क्वेश्चन पूछो आप एक झटके में आंसर कर पाओगे. We'll be doing this in the forthcoming session. So the next sessions we'll be doing this. Just introducing. This is known as a grid puzzle. I'll be doing more of these puzzles in the forthcoming sessions. But this was just to indicate. Did you get this? Did everybody get this one? Why can Kanak not be in 64? Row and column को मैंने eliminate करके किया. Row and column को मैंने eliminate करके किया. 64 के अंदर see, once you get Rohit, did you understand Rohit 63? Did you understand Rohit 63? हर्षित, रोहित अगर 63 में है तो दीपक को बाय डिफॉल्ट 64 में ही डालना पड़ा. दैट्स व्हाई कनक कैन नॉट बी इन 64. डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट? रोहित को एक बार आपने 63 में डाल दिया तो दीपक तो उससे छोटा है और दीपक 65 में नहीं हो सकता. It's simply by elimination. We can do this. Namra, method does not matter. Namra, method does not matter. If you are able to get the answer even without the grid, you are most welcome to do it. This is just one method of doing it. Even without this, if you are able to do it, absolutely no problem. Remember guys, method के marks नहीं होते. Did everybody understand this? Method के marks नहीं होते. Did everybody understand this? So the question is, which of the following must be true? Was Deepak born in 64? Yes. Was Rohit born in 62? No. Vikas was born in 61? No. Suneet was born in 61? Yes. So we have 2 possible options. We can say Rohit. No, sorry. Rohit is 63. So Deepak 64. Yes. Suneet 61. Did everybody get this one? श्रीकर, मैं कोई तुक्के नहीं मारूंगा. तुक्के में एग्जाम में लोचे होने के 1000 चांसेस हैं. नेवर एवर तुक्का फायर. तुक्के की जरूरत ही नहीं है आपको यहाँ पे. यू कैन एग्जैक्टली सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन. यू कैन एग्जैक्टली सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन. ठीक है गाइस, चलो डोंट वरी अबाउट दिस. इफ यू डिड नॉट गेट दिस वन, आई विल बी एक्सप्लेनिंग ग्रिड बेस्ड पजल्स, तब आपको ये मेथड समझ में आ जाएगा. So guys, we are going to take a छोटा सा break. I'll be sending you the new ID password for the next session. चंदन सर का मैथ्स का सेशन है, so I'll be sending you the new ID password for the next session. You can exit this session right now. Take a break. You can exit this session and join the next session. ठीक है? Answer, Priyanshi, look at the screen. Deepak 64 And Suneet 61. Both of them are correct. Chalo guys, exit this session. You can join Chandan sir session. I have sent across the ID password. Maitri, as long as you complete it, just don't delay it. You can do it whenever you want, but don't delay it by too much. Just make sure that you have completed it.